Hi everyone, welcome to Mala's First. Welcome if you're new here, welcome if you have been here before. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. And today's picker card is going to be what do you need to know right now? Messages from source coming to you or from the universe, whoever you believe in. And we have three piles to choose from. The first one is expansion with the number 44. The second one is whispers with the number 12. What a beautiful energy. The third one is focus with the number 37. So take a couple of breaths, deep breaths with me here, breathing out through your mouth, relaxing your body, settling into this moment and letting your awareness guide you to whichever pile you are drawn to, and you're more than welcome to choose more than one pile. And I'll see you in your reading. Hi, pile number one. If you chose the expansion card, this is your reading, and we have some cards pulled out for you. So, what you need to know right now about your situation, we have the Chariot, Ten of Wands, Eight of Cups, the Star, and the Queen of Wands here for you, with the Chariot as the energy showing us what your current situation is. For me, what I am perceiving is that there's a strong indication towards people who have chosen this pile. They are moving out of their current place of residence. Essentially, like that energy is very strong. You're moving to another place, you're moving to probably you're moving across countries, across states, across cities, but there is strong indication that your current situation is such, or there's a heavy energy about making choices of changing your place of residence. What you do know about this, or what is a scene factor, or what is something that you know is a conscious choice, is you are willing to do this, or the will to do this is coming from the fact that you've been going through a lot of crap, lot of drama, trauma, and you're wanting to move away from your current place of residence because you do know that it's just drowning you, it is not taking you anywhere, it's slowing your growth. But what you are not seeing is that with the Ten of Wands here, that you are still carrying a lot of thoughts or beliefs or points of view that is still, it's going to go with you, right? You are taking yourself anywhere you go. So even if the place changes, it's not going to entirely change what reality you've been facing, because there's a strong influence of what happened in the past. And so the main energy right now, which you may not realize, is that you want to unburden yourself by thinking that moving into this new place, this new area is going to release all of these things from the past that have been disturbing you or slowing your growth. And that's why I was saying you need to realize that you take yourself wherever you go. And so that is an important factor to look at, because what you're not realizing is that this is in turn affecting your confidence a lot. And you're not letting your intuition guide you when it comes to this choice, because it's not that you shouldn't be making this choice or you should not be shifting, not at all. It does seem favorable, there is no doubt about it, but the underlying energy is coming from a place of lack and fear and exhaustion, rather than it being an energy of excitement, looking forward to the new future or what you would like to create. Because there's more like basically the energy of escapism is what I'm getting. And I know that the zodiac that I'm going to mention is associated with escapism a lot, and I'm not trying to demean that zodiac. I have a very strong placement in that zodiac myself. So that the zodiac that I'm trying to talk about is, or I'm mentioning, is Pisces sign. That's the energy I'm getting very strongly here. So it's not necessary that you are a Pisces, but you may have strong Pisces energy influencing you, or your energy right now must be akin or similar to that of Pisces. But there is definitely that energy of wanting to escape and putting a lot of efforts to escape this thing, this reality, this atmosphere that is not creating you and it's sucking energy out of you. But what you need to realize is you need to do it from a place of power, from a place of knowing that you deserve to have a good life, an enriching, a nourishing life, not from the space of, "Oh, okay, now when I shift to this place because it's probably maybe closer to nature, or maybe it is closer to a place that you like and very close to earth," essentially is what I'm getting. So it may or may not be true, but it's somewhere where you would like to live, and it's giving you that energy that it is going to be a rescue and, a refuge from this chaotic place. But what you are not realizing is that that's the kind of happiness that will only last for a moment, the honeymoon phase. For it to be everlasting, and more than everlasting, for it to be something that is foundational, concrete in nature, that relief, you need to remind yourself that why are you making this choice, and is it from a place of empowerment? Is it from a place of you are doing this because just because you want to, not because there is a driving force of wanting to escape something dark. And I am not demeaning anyone here who's trying to change their reality. Please do know that. Yet, it's very important to recognize that are you going to repeat those same cycles with the thought processes that have been functioning or even ruling your life in subtle ways, especially in subconscious ways, because 10 of Wands is the energy of what do you not see here. So, is low self confidence or low trust in yourself operating somewhere beneath the surface of all of this, of you wanting to change your place of residence? And like I said, the choice is not wrong. The energy with which you are pursuing it may not create as much as you probably are expecting. So there's a strong indication actually here to tap into your creative energy and really visualize and see why is it fun for you to do this. And also an external factor, like the star card is representing the external factor, and with that I do perceive that maybe this could be an influence for someone from someone else in some way, shape, or form. You may have looked at somebody making this choice and things working out for them, but do recognize that you may not know the whole truth. So do that self reflection for yourself so that this choice is entirely yours, entirely coming from a space that is true to you. We do have the expansion card here, and number 8 is very prominent. It does make sense. This is 2024, the number 8, I mean the year of number 8. And because we do, okay, sorry, one more thing that I want to talk about is with the 7 of Wands here, as the bottom deck energy does feel like your choice is coming from a place of defensiveness rather than a place of environment. Like there's suppressed anger that is fueling this choice more than feeling empowered, sitting in your throne and knowing that you deserve to have a fulfilling, good, creative, exciting, passionate, fun filled life. And with the expansion card here, there is definitely the advice with the expansion card. What I am receiving is that there's a strong need to, like I said, self reflect. So maybe doing some meditation, especially meditations around aligning your chakras or even connecting with Archangel Metatron, is what I am receiving, because we do have, as far as I can recognize, this is the Markava, and he is associated with sacred geometry with the Markava. And Markava is a very strong geometric shape to work with, especially when it comes to protecting your energy when you are moving in different realms and you are moving. So, movement is very important here and very significant. Yet, recognizing that the energy with which you're moving is fresh, is new, is not stale energy from the past. That is very important for this pile to recognize, to recalibrate your energy. And with Archangel Metatron, if you do connect with that energy, that's very much possible. Even the other than that, sorry, you may like I said, do meditations which align your chakra. I am also perceiving some of you might resonate with Egyptian culture, so that's going to, or I'm also receiving that you may connect with the Egyptian culture, some of the Egyptian deities as well. Some of you may have a connection with them. So working with them will also be helpful because as far as I remember, even Lady Isis has a connection with the Markaba. Using lapis lazuli would be very helpful right now as a crystal, but definitely doing a lot of psychic work or energy work to help you have ease with this, especially clearing your energy and clearing your mental space, your energy field is very much required. Clearing up the crap from whatever that was, whatever the past was. I'm going to pull a few cards here or just one card here, whatever comes through for some extra messages. We have we have three of sticks, but we are not going to take it. So I'm going to put that somewhere here. And we have six of points. And the knight of points, which is the knight of swords. Six of swords and the knight of swords. Yeah, doing this activity, clearing up your energy, especially with energy work or even psychic work or just meditation, but really reflecting upon your thought forms, especially around this choice, the deepest reason as to why you are doing this, shifting that dynamic is going to get you to much more calmer waters. It's not going to be a rude shock. Like I said, it's not going to be just a honeymoon phase. You will really settle into that new space. You will have a lot of peace. You will learn a lot of things. You will learn a lot about yourself and how much of your thoughts were affecting your reality around you. It's going to give you a very clear direction towards what you actually want to have in life. And it's like day to day life. What does day to day life, which is enriching and fun for you, what does that look like? So the more you do this, that's the clarity you are going to get. And with the six of swords, there is in the rider waite system, there's another person too who helps two people move across turbulent waters. And that's why I was getting Archangel Metatron, or working with a guide would be very helpful. They'll help you guide move through this darkest or this dark phase with much more ease and clarity. I'm going to pull some last or a few cards from this deck to see any thought prompts, anything you could journal about that could help you with this. So we have, you are a rock star, be that. Like I said, trust yourself. And such a similarity in colors. And then we have, you did not give up, you are a warrior. That is very much clear with the chariot itself representing your energy, because chariot is truly, moving through and making or creating your life through your willpower. And then we have, choose your battles wisely, tap into your awareness. Like I said, are you choosing or making this choice from a place of true awareness and of what will create greater from for you, or are you doing it from wanting to prove someone wrong as well? Maybe that is also in some way, shape, or form influencing your choice. And you woke up, you showed up, you're doing great. There's a strong requirement for you to recognize how much you have worked through in life and begin and ending the game of proving yourself to anyone. Relax into the absolute magnificent magics that you are, because you are a rock star. So be that. Pile number one, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. And I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye. Hi, pile number two. If you chose Whispers with the number 12, this is your reading. And we have your cards pulled out for you. So it's interesting that your current energy. So I'll just share what cards we have. We have Eight of Swords, Four of Swords, the Sun, Four of Pentacles, Justice, and Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And your current situation seems like you may not have been having very peaceful time in your mind space. Clearly, with the Eight of Swords, the first word that was coming to me, interestingly enough, was propaganda. So apply it to your situation however it may resonate. What I am receiving is there's a lot of, you're trying to calculate, do a lot of analysis and create strategy, or more than a strategy, it is like creating a life that suits the likes of those around you, and especially certain traditions that you may have known to create greater from the past. And it's not that you may know the original one, because that's what I'm getting. You are listening to a lot of people's interpretation of those traditions, and you think that's going to bring you a lot of joy. You are doing this to create more joy, more clarity, and especially you may perceive that this is your North Star, this is your life path. But what you are not understanding is that you're probably trying to do something that everyone else does. You are subconsciously wanting to follow what everyone else is doing, essentially. And so this entire imagery with the Four of Swords is giving me the reminding me of the saying that you cannot ask or make a fish climb a tree. And that's the energy that I'm getting. You are unique and skilled and intelligent in your own way. You are not the one to follow the crowd, whereas everyone around you, and I'm especially getting family line, they follow a certain set of rules, and they are very keen on how they represent themselves to the world. And there's a very picturesque, a certain sort of image that they want to create and maintain throughout their life, and that's how their choices have been. And you are also trying to fit that in, especially where you may think these choices work, but what you are not realizing is that you're trying to fit into something or become something you are not. You are a leader of your own in your own way, and how it's affecting you is it's subduing your uniqueness, your prowess, your strength, your creativity. The specific word for this pile is definitely how unique you are, and embracing it, and you're not doing that in some way, shape, or form. Like, even if you are doing it, there are so many ifs and buts and regulations and, you know, hoops to jump or boxes to tick. So even if you're being unique or you're being yourself, there's still a certain filter to it, and that filter is that of the traditions, or like I said, that word propaganda is somehow coming up somewhere around that energy, trying to follow that in subconscious ways, but it's not working out for you. It's almost not almost, it's clearly exhausting you mentally with the Eight of Swords here, and Four of Pentacles being the energy of external influence. Do you see how the swan is like looking so pretty, and it's in a frame, and it looks like a frame, and that's what I'm saying, that there is a certain image that is being projected to the world by the people around you, and the beliefs that they hold about how should you come off to others in this world. And it's basically just, it's making you sit or stand at a stalemate. You are unable to make a choice that's truer for you, whereas your intuition is certainly guiding you. It knows where you need to go. It has very clear awareness about it. And we do have the tower at the bottom. I mean, right after the Two of Swords. So there's a strong need to break that foundation. I'm not saying, neither am I saying that you have to cut people off, but there's a strong push from the universe to recognize your uniqueness, embrace it and make choices on the basis of that, because until and unless you do it, you will not be able to fully embrace your path. This is also a part of moving into your path, but you might be feeling like, that your gift or your path or your result is just there, but you're unable to figure out why it's not actualizing, and that's the missing piece. So that's why I was saying that you do know in some way, shape, or form how you are unique, but you're not letting yourself fully embrace it because you're still trying to tick boxes set or created by those around you, and wanting to be their team member too. What if you are the leader, right? What if you are not just another piece in the puzzle? In some ways we are, in some ways we are not. So, what is your uniqueness? And with the whispers here, it's really letting me know that there's a strong indication again to listen to your inner voice, clear your mind of other people's voice, especially anywhere you've solidified other people's judgments that you might be listening to, receiving from your ears essentially, or in any way, shape, or form you've been listening to and solidifying and thinking that that is the pure, pious, correct way to go, and thus restricting yourself or boxing yourself in a definition that doesn't even hold true for you. That's the reason why there's a strong requirement for you to listen to your soul's whispers, because you know that you are unique. That is not unclear to you, but what is unclear to you, or what you are making almost like a loop for your own self, where you are binding yourself, is the fact that you're wanting to fit into, I feel like this person is wanting to fit into this family of bears, but you are a human, or you are another being, or you maybe you are even are the fish, but the fish doesn't look happy, because I just feel like you're trying to hold on to so many people's expectations which may not even be yours to keep or even fulfill. And what that is doing is it's not letting you see your own uniqueness, your own strength in your uniqueness, and it's very important to do that. You are probably trying to fit into an image, a definition of what is beautiful for a certain kind of life, especially beauty or grace is what I'm receiving about how to present yourself, your life, your thoughts to the world. I'm not saying you have to be crass, rude, or anything like that. Of course, you know the best. Be aware of the situation and, so on and so forth. That is definitely there. But more so, like, how are you judging yourself and judging your own unique strengths because of what you think is essentially beauty? I'm going to pull certain, or one more card from this pile. Oh, this deck. So, pile number two. Yeah, Three of Swords. You are in heartache. You're not realizing that by letting this pain linger on. Five of Hills, which is the Five of Pentacles, and Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Illusion, because you're confused between what to choose, what not to choose. You're refraining from that intuition that's probably coming loudly to you with the whispers here. I mean, of course, it says whispers, but it's like, even if it's not loud, it is definitely more in number and there's more intensity from the universe. So quiet down your mind and listen to it. Journal whatever is coming through, journal that, write it down. Don't make any meaning of, like, don't try to put any meaning to it. Take your time with it, let it all flow out of you, and after a few days or even a month, get back to it and read through it and see what is it that was coming through. And with the Five of Hills, I do perceive that this might be getting triggered because of the fear of abandonment in some way, shape, or form. But recognize that You are that safe space, that sanctuary that you have been seeking, nobody else. And once you give yourself that sanctuary, that acceptance, that relief of, yes, you are at home with yourself, that you are accepted by yourself as you are, in the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, in every, aspect, that is going to help you move towards your North Star without much resistance and without any doubts, so to speak. And I'm going to pull some cards here as thought prompts or maybe even journal prompts for you. Let's see what shows up. So, yeah, what are you avoiding or defending? Wow. And hmm, connect with your guides, spirit team. Does make sense with the the whispers card. We do have mother wounds. So, like I said, there must be some something inspiring you or still, influencing your deepest thoughts, which makes you want to be accepted, probably with the mother wound card here, probably from by a mother figure. And what else? Connect with your guides. And we have put down the battle axe, relax. Yeah, it's time to, like I said, the more you allow yourself the recognition, the clarity, the acceptance, more than anything else, the love that you've been seeking, the validation that you've been seeking for, the battles that you have already won, recognizing that, acknowledging that is very important for you to begin to listen to and embrace in all your colors, your all your textures, everything, acknowledging the beauty of who you are. That's very important for this pile. And that's going to make you happy, utterly happy. I'm telling you, it's very clear here. So much happy that because that joy will not have foundations laid down anywhere else but within yourself, within your subconscious. And that's truly a freedom that you might not have tasted before. And it's just a gift that keeps on giving. So, pile number two, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that that was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. And I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye. Hello, pile number three. If you chose 37 focus, this is your reading, and you may have some messages in pile number one. So, only if you were drawn to that pile, do go and check that out. We have Five of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Prince of Swords, and Nine of Swords for you. So, the Princess of Pentacles is representing your current energy, and it is giving me the awareness that many of you here, are beginning on to a new journey, a new chapter in your life. And especially, this is around studies, could be higher studies, higher education, or upskilling yourself, learning something new, and learning something that could be also on the lines of healing, alternative healing, energy healing, may as well be Ayurveda, herbs, or herbology related. Yet, with the Five of Wands, you are aware that this is a competitive field. There's a lot of energy put into this area, whichever area you are wanting to, or not just wanting to, you're beginning to pursue. You do know there's a lot of energy being put from the collective or from the society into this, because there's a lot of rage around this subject, probably. That's what I'm getting. More than that, there's definitely a lot of competition in this area that you are now pursuing. This could be an artistic endeavor as well. And you do know the level of competition. Maybe you do understand the level of aggression also that people might have, a lot of pent up energy. Seem to have an awareness of it. Yet at the same time, you recognize that yes, it's going to be aggressive in nature, but you want to do this because you know the kind of peace and calmness this will create for you. What you don't know with the 10 of cups, which is interesting, and how it's affecting you, is the 9 of swords. I do perceive that a lot of you who are pursuing this are doing this because you want to protect and care for your family. You really want them to be joyful, joyous, relaxed in their emotional bodies and experience peace. So maybe you are learning or doing this energy healing so that you can do it for your family members, maybe even teach them, or you're just pursuing something, a subject that you know when you pursue, and whatever you create out of it is going to give them a lot of relaxation emotionally. And I'm not saying there's a that's a wrong intention, and not even saying that it's the right intention. No judgments here at all. But how it's affecting you is the 9 of swords, and what that tells me is that you're unnecessarily chaining yourself to a lot of expectations, a lot of exhaustion. You're not giving yourself the grace, the permission to bloom into what you are and what this new journey could create for you, because it is so multi-layered. There's so many energies here, and it's very magical in nature, it's very grounding in nature. I do perceive that you guys are very powerful manifestors, and even if you don't recognize it, this journey is going to make you see how much of a powerful manifester you are. This pile is very strongly connected to the planet, to Mother Earth, and you seem to be someone who's interested. Maybe you are interested in animal rights, or you are interested in being a vet, or you're learning about this. Either way, you do have a strong connection with animals, is definitely something that I am perceiving, and with nature, but more so animals more than anything else. Yet, the point is, you are not recognizing how much you are putting yourself in anxiety by subconsciously letting this belief work. Wherein, if you do this correctly, if you put this, maybe it's just a routine that you need to put into or bring into your life. And there's so much of weightage on, if I do this correctly, then I can protect my family or care for my family. What you are not recognizing is that exploding into the awareness, the beauty, the intelligence that you have is what is going to create abundance of all sorts, be it even of protection emotionally, and inclusive of that, abundance of emotional wellness, joy, everything. It's going that is going to get created the more you explore into your own potencies, your own capacities, rather than restricting yourself with targets that are not even true to you. I just feel like there's a strong energy to, or an indication to relax here, because we do have 9 of wands. You've been fighting a battle for so long, you're really exhausted. And I do perceive that some of your some of your thoughts might be getting influenced by what you may be seeing online as to how people are actualizing this for themselves. And what you need to recognize is that that may not be true for you. Your pathway is unique to you, and it's very grounded in nature. It's not like Page of Swords here. It's not the it's actually interesting that your energy, or your current situation's energy, is more earth. What you're getting influenced by is air element, and they're opposing forces, totally opposite forces, and energetically speaking. And that is why you need to recognize that this is still in the air. It's just something that's being projected. What you are doing is more grounded. So give yourself the grace that nature has for itself. It takes its time. It is patient with itself. It gives itself time to bloom, to even meander into some falls by consuming something extra or not, and then blooming again. It never gives up, it never quits. That's the biggest lesson that nature teaches us. Regardless of whatever changes happen, it does not quit, right? So don't be hard on yourself by taking up responsibilities that may not even be the responsibilities that we probably need to take, even because I do perceive that this pile may not recognize, but there are people around you who really love you so much that they support you, and not just support you, it's like they support your joy. So you need to be more grounded and kinder towards yourself, and each step that you take has to be without any judgment towards yourself. And yes, that's a tough, situation or mindset to mold, but there is definitely a strong indication to begin doing that. And it makes sense with the focus card here. There's a strong indication to focus on your heart center, focus on what you truly want, and not just about what you want. It's about, I do feel like this pile probably needs to forgive themselves a lot, because you may have gone through, like I said, with the warrior energy, with the nine of wands energy, you may have seen so many things, and you probably reflect and think you could have done this better or done that better. You could have made this choice, etc., etc., or that choice. So you could have that kind of a negative loop or a web you have created, that kind of a web that you might have created in your head or in your subconscious rather. And so you don't want any step that you take next to be a failure or to be a wrong step, but do recognize that it's just any step that may not resonate with you is going to give you more clarity about what is true for you, right? So don't hesitate in making mistakes. And like I said, the way nature is, give yourself the grace to grow, give yourself the time to grow. Now I'm going to pull a few cards from this deck here, maybe just one card. Let's see. Because the advice is certainly to focus on what lightens your heart, what makes it fly, flutter, and focus your energy just on that. Don't focus on, well, will this step create greater for my family too? When you are doing it from a place of sincerity, your joy, your success is going to permeate the universe of everyone around you, right? The reality of everyone around you. So, what do we need to know here more? Yeah, eight of sticks is eight of wands and justice. Wow. That's again eight in this deck, which is interesting. And we have chariot. Because of the chariot, probably that's why the energy for pile number one was coming in, because they did receive the chariot. So we have eight of sticks and the justice card. Moving fervently, if that is the correct word, but if not, but definitely moving without any hesitation towards what balances your energy. And the more you focus, the more you put your focus on why this is fun for you, why is this activity fun for you, why is pursuing this routine fun for you, what will it create for you in the future, what will this commitment, maybe it's commitment to a routine, what will that commitment create for you, regardless of what others will say. Will it make you feel lighter in your body? Will it make you feel, joyous that you want to jump off the roof, not the roof, sorry, but you want to jump off the wall and, just dance and frolic around, anything of that sort? Does that create that energy? So give it that momentum. Let that let that activity be fueled by this choice, but by this awareness, by this focus of energy, rather than the focus of creating ease for others, not just family. And I'm going to pull a few cards from this deck as any thought prompt or journal prompt. Wow, we were talking about diet, weren't we? Like, oh, we were talking about will your body feel lighter? Yes. So maybe some of you are going on to a new diet regime as well. And definitely be kinder towards yourself when doing that. Don't blame yourself for any missteps. It's a journey, it's a part of your journey, right? I mean, any missteps that happen, it's just more direction towards what is truer for you. You're a rock star, be that. And I think we did have that for the first pile. And is now the time for action, for change, for silence. And we have you woke up, you showed up, you're doing great. I think that showed up for the first pile as well, or maybe the second. So that's why there's a connection between these two piles, probably. So you may have some messages. Do go and check that out. But with alkaline diet, of course, you know what's the best for your body. So, you know, only take what resonates for you. But essentially, having a diet that's much more lighter for your body, that makes you feel lighter, not because of what others may suggest is light for you. What is it that makes you feel lighter, makes you feel more energetic throughout the day? Is now the time for action, for change, or for silence? And I perceive that there's definitely you are taking action with the Page of Pentacles here. Is that action that you are taking coming from a space of, take that time out to recognize where that action is coming from? Is it to please or protect, or whatever reason that is there, but is it a reason that's outside of you, more external than internal? And we have you are a rock star, be that. Recognize your gift, recognize how potent you are, because focusing this energy more on focusing your energy on your heart center more, really forgiving yourself for wherever you probably were hard on yourself, you were being mean with yourself, because it tends to happen, we are only human. So forgiving yourself for that, and then recognizing that that's going to speed up, you may see that it's going to speed up the results that you've been wanting to have. And does look like this year is very important for you, with the justice also being number at 8, and we have 8 of sticks here. So yeah, pile number 3, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below, and I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye.